What's up, guys? Long time no see. Welcome back to the Battlin Bucs Show. I'm Mason Spesky, your host. We got a pretty big episode on tap today. We're going to review all the Pirates games from the past few weeks here. Just because I missed the episodes the past couple weeks doesn't mean we're not going to talk about them. We're going to talk about every game from June 11th to June 30th, which is the end of June. And we'll look at the standings, and then we will look ahead to the week ahead, which is definitely a big one for the Pirates. Couple big games at home against the Cardinals and the Mets. So definitely an interesting time of year, that's for sure. Just a couple quick news and notes here. Friday night, the Pirates officially hit the halfway point of the year. Most people consider the All-Star break to be the halfway point, unofficial halfway point of the year, and then the second half begins after that. But it was the official halfway point of the year. On Friday, following the game against Atlanta. And at this point, we've hit the uphill. Like, the Pirates, this is how I think of it. You're going up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. Friday, we hit the peak of the hill, and now from here, it's all downhill. It'll be interesting, and it's very crucial to see how the Pirates manage this, as they currently have a 40-43 record and are still right in the thick of things for the playoff chase. Definitely better than last year. This team's definitely making progress. But is it enough, though, is the question we have to answer. And then July is a very crucial month because if you believe it or not, 4 weeks from Tuesday is the MLB trade deadline. Lots of insiders and people have already been talking about it. I haven't really thought too much about it yet. Here's my take on it. So we still have these next... Hang on, just want to see if I got a text. These next 2 weeks. Pirates still have 4 more series till the All-Star break. 2 weeks from tonight's the All-Star break. Then, after the All-Star break, we have a homestand against the Phillies and the Cardinals. Then we head to Arizona. We play Houston on a Monday night game to begin a series in Houston. And then there's the trade deadline. I would personally wait until the All-Star break to assess where your team is. If we believe we're in it, which I think we are, that's when you make the moves. Because at that point, the MLB draft will have been over. We will have acquired the players we needed to acquire via the draft. And we could possibly look at trading prospects. So yeah, that's how I think of it. Anyway, though, let's look back, Sally, to June 11th. The Pirates beat the Cardinals 2-1 in St. Louis. This was definitely an interesting game. That's for sure. By the way, I'm sorry I should have said why I didn't film the past 2 weeks. Obviously, you might know by now, but we were in Italy for a 10-day vacation. There is a YouTube video uploaded on it. It's titled A Taste of Italy. Please check it out if you haven't already. It's definitely a good one, and I highly recommend checking it out. And I actually do recommend going if you haven't got the chance to go and you're able to. It's definitely a different experience, the way they do things over there and we do things over here, but different cultures have different experiences. I highly suggest going over there and appreciating the culture because it truly is amazing, and you'll definitely come home with a lot of memories from the beautiful country of Italy. So that's all I have to say about that. And always, like they say, and this is true, very true for the Pirates, Rome wasn't built in a day. And we, unfortunately, are finding that out the hard way right now because 5 years into this rebuild, we are still 40-43 going into July, which isn't the best. So, yeah. It's better, though, than being a Tigers fan, which I kind of am a Tigers fan. It's like one of my favorite teams, and they've been just stuck in neutral, which is 10 games under 500 every year for like 10 years now. That must be rough. So, yeah. Anyway, though, Pirates beat the Cardinals 2-1 on June 11th. Paul Skeens pitched a gem. And in the 9th, the Pirates I think it was the 9th. Let me check. Pirates offense came... Yeah, it was the 9th. It was 0-0 going into the 9th. Pirates offense came alive in the 9th. Scored 2 runs. David Bednar came in. He allowed a home run, but Pirates still managed to get the win. Big win, 2-1. The next night, the Cardinals won 4-2. This was definitely a setback game for the Pirates, that's for sure. So, Bailey Falter started. I'm just looking at the scores and that because it's hard to remember from a long time ago like that. But, yeah. Billy Fulcher took the loss that game. That was definitely not a good game, that's for sure. He's struggled as of late, so hopefully Billy Fulcher can come back sooner rather than later. His story was in earlier this year. And Sonny Gray got the win for St. Louis, setting up a rubber match for Thursday. It's the Pirates. They fell behind 3-1 or 3-0, but they answered in the fifth with 3 runs to make it a 3-3 game. In the bottom of the sixth, though, the Cardinals answered. Brendan Donovan had a home run. I'm just looking at the ESPN stuff, so credit to ESPN, by the way. Brendan Donovan hit a home run for the Cardinals. That gave them the lead and the win. Sorry, I was just looking down at this thing. And that secured a series. Keller took the loss. This was painful for sure. We've got to find ways to win series. I don't think we've swept a series all year, and that's causing these issues. So we got to get hot, and we got to get hot soon. And you're not going to do that without scoring runs. And we've struggled big time this year to score runs. That's our number one problem, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Then the series heads to Colorado, or the road trip headed to Colorado. Pirates beat the Rockies 5-2. Luis Ortiz grabbed this victory for the Pirates. And we had a lot of homers this game. Reynolds, McCutcheon, Sawinski. That's what propelled us to this victory. Thanks to them. It was definitely an amazing way to begin Father's Day weekend and an amazing way for us to head to Italy following the Pirates win late night. I found out when we connected in Portugal that the Pirates won. Actually, believe it or not, like when we were waiting for our flight in Dallas, I was following this game and we were winning. Then we boarded the plane in Dallas. It's a 6-hour, 45-minute flight to Lisbon, Portugal, where we connected to go to Italy. And I was wondering what the Pirates did, if they held on or not. I get to Lisbon, there's not much Wi-Fi in the airport. Then 10 minutes later, we get it on, and I find out the Pirates win. So that was definitely an interesting story, that's for sure. The next night, though, the Pirates certainly didn't win. In fact, they lost 16-4 to the Colorado Rockies. Jared Jones took the loss. It's surprising for sure that Jones struggled in Colorado, although he struggled a lot on the road this year, which is unfortunate, so that's not good. I think it's best, though, like they're doing, managing his innings so that he doesn't pitch so much on the road because he struggled there. This game proved it. Rockies with a 16-4 win. You cannot allow 16 runs to the Colorado Rockies. And I mean, this game, I saw something that was so creative that Colorado did and that Derek Selton would never do, which is very, very, very frustrating. And that is when Jones threw the pitch, the runner was halfway between home plate and third base. The catcher, who was it this game? Yasmani Grandal throws the ball back to Jones, or whoever's pitching, and the runner comes across and scores, and there's nothing going on. That's the stuff that you need to come up with if you're a manager to win you games, which was very creative on Colorado's part. Credit to them for that. But Selton would never do that, and that's a problem. And I don't think Bud Black's a good manager. The Rockies are like 20 games under 500. I'm trying to find it. Here, this is from the AP. McMahon doubled in the fifth and capped a 2-run inning with a delayed steal of home, breaking for the plate after a 1-2 pitch to Nolan Jones when catcher Yasmani Grandal lobbed the ball back to Jones after glancing at McMahon. It was McMahon's first stolen base of the year, the 25th of his 8-year career, and the Rockies' first steal of home since Dexter Fowler on July 21st, 2011. Can't be allowing that. You just can't be. Rockies, though, didn't have much luck on Father's Day. Sunday, they lost, as I get a text from my dad, so that's funny. Father's Day, happy late Father's Day to all the dads out there. So just want to say that. Rockies lose 8-2 to the Pirates, which was nice. Finally, the Pirates bounce back, get a big win. Definitely good. That's for sure. So we needed that. We needed a series win, and that was awesome. Pirates then returned home for 6 games, beginning with a Monday night tilt against the Cincinnati Reds. Paul Skeens pitched this game. The Pirates found themselves in a little bit of trouble early, allowing a run in the first inning. However, Skeens and company bounced back real quick. The offense got going, scoring 4 runs, and the Pirates won this game by a final score of 4-1. Big win, that's for sure. On Tuesday, June 18th, though, the Pirates did not have the best of days. They only allowed 2 runs, but they only scored 1 run, allowing the Reds to grab a pivotal victory, setting up a rubber match for Wednesday. You can't have games like this. Falter was the pitcher again. I'm not saying it's on him, because he didn't pitch bad at all. 2 runs isn't bad. You should win if you're only allowing 2 runs a game. That's a problem that we lost, so not good at all. On Wednesday, the Pirates finally won a low-scoring game, beating the Cincinnati Reds 1-0 on Wednesday, Juneteenth, on an afternoon game, finding a way to win. This was a crucial win, that's for sure. Reynolds hit a home run in the bottom of the 8th inning to secure the victory for the Pittsburgh Pirates. David Bednar came in and got the save. A 1-0 victory, well earned. Very good for sure, and that was good. Now we move on to the weekend, where the Pirates took on the Tampa Bay Rays. On Friday night, the Pirates did not play good against the Rays to kick off the City Connect weekend. They instead faltered. Bailey faltered and pitched this game, by the way. I just said that. Or did he? No, Mulzinski did. But they faltered against the Rays, allowed 10 runs, losing the game 10-3. Tampa with an onslaught, and big win for the Rays. On Saturday, though, the Pirates made up for it, beating the Rays 4-3 on a Jared Jones start. Jones looked incredible. Definitely a good start, that's for sure. So happy to see him succeed and look well. Sunday, though, Paul Skeens Day. Pirates, though, did not get the win for Skeens. Skeens allowed a home run on, the second pitch of the game, maybe even the first pitch of the game. It was tied 1-1 going into the 8th inning. Colin Holderman allowed 2 runs, and Pirates lost this game 3-1. Definitely a sucky loss. Definitely a sucky way to end the series. So, yeah, Pittsburgh just can't beat the Rays. We haven't won in the Trop in a million years. Had series there in 22 and 23. Got swept in both of those. This year, the Rays come to Pittsburgh, and they take 2 out of 3 from us, so just can't beat the Rays. I have a funny story, too, for you guys. So, back in 2017, the last time the Rays took on the Pirates in Pittsburgh, we were at a water park called Atlantis. It's a resort in the Bahamas, if anywhere of you know where that is. And technically, if you look at the map, I'm sure you guys all know this by now, but the Bahamas here is technically not U.S. territory. We did need a passport to go there. Despite it being so close, it does look like it's close to the U.S., as you could tell, but really it's its own country. So you got the Bahamas right here. Look how close it is, though, to Florida. Kind of funny. But anyway, the Rays played the Pirates. I was out of the country. This time comes around. The Rays come to Pittsburgh for their first visit since my Bahamas trip. Guess what? We're in Italy. So it's kind of a phobia or something funny, a weird quirk that the Rays come into Pittsburgh every time we're out of the country. So that's kind of crazy. The one time I can say I was out of the country and when the Rays weren't in Pittsburgh was when we went to Niagara Falls on the Canada side. And believe it or not, the Pirates were actually in Toronto that day. That was way back in 2017. I just remember that because I remember the Pirates played that day there. So definitely funny, that's for sure. And actually, believe it or not, Niagara Falls is a really cool place. I highly suggest checking out. But it actually was one of my favorite vacations I've ever taken. So go to Niagara Falls if you get the chance. You won't regret it. So yeah, I can't wait to go back either. But anyway, we lost the series to the Rays. That sucks. Alrighty, now the Pirates hit the road as we come home from Italy. 5 o'clock p.m. And this is how, because I was following this game too. 5 o'clock p.m. Portugal time, which Portugal is 5 hours ahead of us. So it's 12 o'clock here. Our flight left Lisbon, Portugal, for Dallas Airport in D.C. It was a 7-hour, 45-minute flight. So we didn't get back into Dallas until like 8:45 at night. So by the time we got in and all that to D.C. and through passport control and customs and all that, this game was over, and I just saw the Pirates lost 11-5, which was not pretty. When we got on the bus to get to passport control in D.C., the Reds were up 11-3, but O'Neal Cruz hit a home run. I think it was Cruz. Yeah, to cut it to 11-5. Doesn't matter, though. The Pirates lost 11-5. That's not good. So, yeah. Pirates made up for it, though, on Tuesday, winning a high-scoring game, 9-5, defeating the Cincinnati Reds. Mitch Keller came in and got the win. That was huge, and definitely a good thing, that's for sure. Fulcher took the loss on Monday. And then Wednesday in the rubber match of the series, the Pirates beat the Reds 6-1. Definitely a well-earned win, that's for sure. It feels good to beat teams in the division, especially the Reds. Out of these 6 games, we played them in June. We took 4 games from them, which is definitely crucial. Definitely feel good, that's for sure. Now the road trip heads south to Atlanta for the halfway game, which was Friday night. Pirates lost this game by a final score of 6-1. Martin Perez's first start back. He took the loss in this game. Charlie Morton pitched for the Atlanta. He looked very good. Unfortunate, that's for sure, but yeah, we lost 6-1. That definitely sucked. And this is the day after the Braves scored no runs against the White Sox. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. So I blame that on Perez. I mean, it's just, I know he was hurt and all that, but still, we got to be better. Still. Yesterday was one of the worst losses of the Pirates season, losing 2-1 in extras, 10th inning to Atlanta. You guys probably saw this. The ball hit the backstop. The catcher for Atlanta, Travis d'Arnaud, I think he's another former Pirate, got lucky. A wild pitch bounced, hit the backstop like the advertisement. It came back, and they were able, I think they got, it was Olivares who they got at home plate. Let me check. Olivares. Yeah, Olivares. They got at home plate, and the inning ended, and then, like, the second pitch, or the first or second pitch of the inning, Adam Duvall, it was, hit the ball deep into the gap, got the ride home from second, and the Braves win the game 2-1. Just the Pirates' luck. Again, you cannot win games scoring 1 runs, but still, we got unlucky. So, yeah. That's that. Pirates, though, we did avoid, though, a sweep today. We beat the Atlanta Braves 4-2. Definitely a good win, that's for sure. And, yeah, definitely a good way to cap off a road trip, going 3 for 3, or 3 for 6. So, definitely a good one. We've been playing 500 ball here. In fact, we went 9-9 over those 18 games. You're never going to break free if you go 500. We got to start winning series. We got to start winning more often, and you're not going to do that scoring 1 run a game. And I think that they've acknowledged that, and they've acknowledged the need to get a bat. So hopefully soon at this deadline, Cherington truly invest in this team, because the window is now with Jared Jones and Paul Skeens, and got to start winning. So that's all I'm going to say. All right, let's take a look now at the MLB standings, shall we? While we're at it here, let's start off with the American League, the Eastern Division. Baltimore Orioles tied for the division lead. They're 53-31. The Yankees are 54-32. So right there. Boston Red Sox, you're 8.5 games back at 44-39. Tampa Bay Rays, 500, 42-42. 11 games back. Toronto is in last place at 38-45, 14.5 back. AL Central time, Cleveland Guardians, 52-30. They lead the division. They're on fire right now. Definitely looking good, that's for sure. Minnesota Twins, 47-37. Second place, 6 games back. Kansas City Royals, 47-39. 7 games back. Detroit Tigers, 38-46. 15 games back. Chicago White Sox, unfortunately the worst team in baseball, 24-62. 30 games back. Wow, that's atrocious. What AL West time now we go to? Seattle Mariners, they lead that division. They are 47-39. Astros, they just got above 500. They are 42-41, 3.5 back. Wow. Texas Rangers, time is running out for them. 38-46, they're 8 games back. Can't believe the defending champs are 8 games under 500. LA Angels, 36-47, 9.5 back. And the Oakland A's are 30-46, 17 games back. National League time. Let's head to the National League. Cell League. Philadelphia Phillies, the best team in the NL East and the best team in MLB. They're 55-29 right now. Atlanta Braves, they're 46-36, 8 games back. New York Mets, 40-41, 13.5 back. Washington Nationals, 39-44, 15.5 back. Mets are 13.5 back, by the way. I'm sorry. Miami Marlins, 30-54, 25 games back. NL Central time. Milwaukee Brewers, 15-34. Division leaders. St. Louis Cardinals, 43-40, 6.5 back. Pittsburgh Pirates, we're saying nice and pretty in first place, 40-43, 9.5 back. Cincinnati Reds, 39-45, 11 back. Chicago Cubs in last place, 39-46, 11.5 back. Reds are 11 back, by the way. I can't believe I did that again. NL West, Dodgers, 52-33. Not surprising, made all the big signings. Their signings are showing. Looking good. Padres, 46-42, 7.5 back. Diamondbacks, 41-43, 10.5 back. Giants, 41-44, 11 back. And Rockies, 28-55, 23 games back. Let's look at the wild card race now. Selly, your 2 teams with your byes will be the number 1 seed Yankees and the number 2 seed Guardians. Number 6, the matchups in the AL would be the number 6 Royals and the number 3 Mariners. And the other matchup would be the number 5 Twins and the number 4 Yankees. Wow. Red Sox are a game and a half back. Astros are 3.5 games back. Tampa Bay Rays, 4 games back. Toronto Blue Jays, 7.5 back. Rangers, 8 back. Tigers, 8 back. Angels, 9.5 back. A's, 17 back. White Sox, 23 back. I know we do this at the end of every week. Look at teams that are probably pretty much out of it at this point, considering their record. These teams aren't obviously mathematically eliminated yet. They still have plenty of time, but time's running out. But these are teams I see highly unlikely to make the postseason in the AL. Those teams would be the White Sox, the Athletics, the Angels. And we're actually going to make an addition this week. We're going to add the Detroit Tigers to that mix. They're not coming back this year. It's another lowly year in the Motor City. They're looking ahead to football, where they're signing right now at this point. Tigers, yeah, they're not going to make it. It's too early, I feel like, to write the Texas Rangers off just because they were the champions last year. I mean, they definitely could come back. That is for sure. Same thing with Toronto. They have a good roster and all that, and I feel like it's too early to write them off either. But time's running out. It'll be interesting to see. But by the end of July, we might have to. I mean, looking right now, the Royals and the Twins are looking good. The Red Sox are only a game and a half back. And the Astros and the Rays are in the thick of things. I think Houston's going to get in. Honest to God. I think they're going to get in. They're only getting better right now. And, yeah, I think they find a way. On to the National League here. Atlanta Braves. The wild card matchups would be as follows. The number 5 seed Padres and the number 4 seed Braves. The number 6 seed Cardinals and the number 3 seed Brewers. The number 2 seed Dodgers would get a bye, and the number 1 seed Phillies would get a bye. New York Mets, 2 games out. Arizona Diamondbacks, 2.5 games out. Giants, 3 games out. Pirates, 3 games out. Nationals, 4 games out. Reds, 4.5 out. Cubs, 5 out. Marlins, 13.5 out. And Rockies, 15 out. The only teams I could really write off here are the Marlins and Rockies, because, again, any one of these teams could get hot. I think the Padres will probably get in. Braves are definitely getting in. And it's just going to come down to the Cardinals, the Mets, Diamondbacks. I don't think Pittsburgh will get in. I don't think Washington or Cincy will get in. Cubs could get hot, but I doubt it. But, yeah, Giants, I don't think so either. Diamondbacks could get in, though. I feel like at this point, looking at divisions, I mean, the AL, everything's still up for grabs. The NL, I think we pretty much know. Phillies are going to likely win their division. Brewers should win the NL Central, but the Cardinals could come hot here soon. And the Dodgers will win the NL West. But I think the NL division winners are pretty much set at this point, to be honest. So, yeah. Let's look back. Let's look ahead now for the Pirates. We got 3 games against the Cardinals. Tuesday night at 6:40. Mitch Keller will be the starter for Pittsburgh. Kyle Gibson for St. Louis. This is according to ESPN. Wednesday night at 6:40, July 3rd. Jared Jones is expected to start against Miles Michaelis. Thursday, 4th of July at 12:35 p.m. Big game for sure. Perez is on the bump for Pittsburgh. Edgar Palente is expected on the mound for St. Louis that game. Friday night, it's Amphicon weekend too in Pittsburgh, so that'll be exciting. You know, Andrew McCutcheon will tweet out something about the Furries, so that'll be exciting for sure. So definitely a good one. Friday night, Amphicon weekend, and the New York Mets come to town. 6:40 first pitch. Paul Skeens will pitch for the Pirates, most likely. Luis Severino scheduled for the Mets. Saturday, July 6th, 4:05 p.m. David Peterson is expected for the Mets. Billy Fulter for the Pirates. Sunday afternoon, July 7th, 1:35. Simon against the Mets. Simon Manaea expected for the Mets. Mitch Keller for the Pirates. And then last but not... we're actually going to... Yeah, we'll wait. We're going to wait actually till Monday night or Monday afternoon for next week's show because the Mets series ends actually Monday instead of Sunday. So we'll wait till Monday afternoon or Monday night to film next week. But Monday, July 8th, 12:35 p.m., Jose Quintana against Jared Jones. So that should be interesting, that's for sure. And then we'll be back on a normal film schedule the rest of the season. I think the Pirates are going to have a winning homestand. I think we take 2 out of 3 from St. Louis, and I think we split the Mets in these 4 games. So I think we're going to have a winning homestand. We'll be 2 games under 500, heading into what's a huge road trip. 3 games against Milwaukee, 3 games against the White Sox. You absolutely cannot falter or screw up against the White Sox. That would be horrible if we do that. And that'll actually be the next Sunday night we film because next week will be on Monday, obviously. So, yeah. And then after that, it gets interesting because, again, like I said, got the Phillies coming to town here red hot. Got the Cardinals. Then we have road trips to Arizona and Houston. And then August comes. And then, just like that, it's on to the end. So, in terms of the deadline right now, I'm not going to say anything. Right now, I don't think the Pirates would do anything, like make any big moves or that. Wait till the All-Star break, assess where the team is then, and decide what we think we need. And then you still got the series against the Phillies, the Cardinals, and the Diamondbacks to decide more. So, it'll definitely be interesting, that's for sure. I'm very eager for August and September. It definitely feels good, you know, just being in the second half of the year. I really enjoy it, especially too since it's the calendar year as well. It's the second half of that. July 1st, obviously it's tomorrow. That begins that. Definitely exciting for sure. July with, you know, it's definitely with things kicking up. And then once we get into August, guess what's coming in August? It begins with an F and it ends with an L. That's right, football season's coming soon. And we're going to have a ton of content out for football season. I haven't decided yet what the schedule's going to be. I'm going to work on that soon. So it's definitely going to be good stuff. You're going to get a lot of good stuff comes football season. I can't wait. We'll have Steelers game day, pregame and postgame, obviously. We'll definitely have our predictions for you every week. So, yeah, I can't wait to get back into the football mix of things. I know you guys haven't seen me as much. You've been clamoring to see me. You'll definitely see me more during the football season. Prepare for football season. We're doing the Madden 24 Steelers Simulation Series. I highly recommend you tune into that. Our record isn't pretty. We're 4-6. We just lost to Baltimore in a heartbreaker. Sorry to spoil that video, but we got Cleveland next week, Thursday Night Football. That one will be out soon. So yeah, Steelers are definitely coming back soon. We'll have more Steeler content on the way. Definitely gonna be an exciting, interesting year. That's for sure. Football's definitely a fun sport, and we'll see more. You'll see a lot more football content soon from me. And yeah, definitely an interesting second half of the year. I can't wait. I can't wait for all the sports content. So, yeah, what you're about to see is going to be awesome, and you'll see me much more. So, definitely keep an eye out on things with the Pirates season winding down. The pick of the playoff push, definitely exciting time for sure. School starting up, can't wait to get back to school, and Steelers football. So, yeah, definitely have a lot more content on the way. Can't wait for the second half of this year. It's been a pretty good first half, though. Thanks for all your views. Thanks for all your support. I cannot wait. Like I just said, I cannot wait for the second half of the year. Big things are coming. Stay tuned. We'll see you next Monday, guys. Have a nice 4th of July. Be kind. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace. See you guys next Monday.